Hello, this is my inner world responding to letters from readers. And this woman has a very difficult situation she's talking about today. She says, how does we support ourselves when we were diagnosed post menopause, separated, not working, and living alone? She says it's been very difficult. Oh, yeah, it sounds incredibly difficult. The nice thing about not having someone else with you is that you don't have someone else with you overwhelming you or overstimulating you or having to deal with. But on the other hand, you don't have any kind of stimulation, the irritant factor, my father used to call it. You don't have anything to make you respond to. So even if it's a little negative sometimes, you don't have anything to turn on your brain. So that's very difficult, besides obviously being lonely and isolated and having the pain and the grief from whatever you went through to become separated. I know it's not easy. And when you're not working, there's nothing to fill up your sense of, about yourself than to build on your sense of self. And I imagine you just sort of start to sink lower and lower. Now, I don't know, you're postmenopausal. I don't know if you're on medication now. Obviously, that would be a very important thing to look at, whether you're at a place where you need some antidepressants and, of course, a stimulant to help, stimulate your brain, make you more active. It's important, especially when you're living alone like that and not working, to have structure in your life, to have something set up in advance, because you just wake up in the morning and you don't know what to do. You're going to be really lost before you even get there. So the day before, you need to really decide a few important things you're going to do and when you're going to do them during the next day. And make sure you put some stuff in there that's fun or interesting. It doesn't have to be an extroverted kind of day, but just something that gives you pleasure. Deciding and describing what gives you pleasure, what makes you feel alive is so important. You're going to need to work with somebody, whether you can have a group online or whether you have a real coach or a real therapist, somebody to work with until you can put some structure and new stimulation in place. And you're in what we call that liminal space. It's a beautiful word, sort of that in between time in your life where it's very difficult. You're not here, you're not there, you're in between lives, forming new identities. It can be very frightening along with the grief. So if you can learn to breathe into and just relax into that liminal space, know it's a transitional point in your life and you're going to move through it, and don't scare yourself about it. But you need some connection with somebody, a friend, a group, a coach, somebody, so that they can get you to that next level of having work or volunteering or some activity where you start to enjoy or look forward to it a few days a week at least. You don't want a whole blank canvas to deal with every day. It's very frightening. With ADD, you don't know sometimes how to structure yourself or how to activate yourself. So, so that's the main thing, is to find some work, I think. Paid, not paid, activity, something might not be what anybody else would think would be interesting to you, but to discover in a book, in a podcast, by talking through this with somebody else in your life or with a coach or a therapist, to find out what is who you are now at this new stage of life. And if you're not on medication now, to see if you need to be on there, just to give yourself that extra boost. So thank you so much for writing in.